Hello and welcome to calendar time for today. Today's a pretty special day. It's called Earth Day, but it just really reminds me of God's creation. The Bible says in Genesis 1:1 that in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. So he put people in the Garden of Eden and he told Adam and Eve to take care of the garden. And I think we should take care of the earth where he's placed us too. That just means taking care of the things around you, cleaning up trash and litter, looking out for the little animals near you, and just finding ways that you can see God in His creation and honor Him by taking care of it. Okay, let's find out what today is. So before we do that, I want to get Sue to come out and say the pledge. Sue, come on out. Come on out and say the pledge with us. Okay, hold the flag up really high. What's on your hair? I think there's something in Sue's hair. I got it, Sue. Now hold the flag up, okay? You ready? Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Sue. Well, we are going to do our calendar time now, so Sue's going to sit down so she can help us to count. Do you remember what the month is? The month is April. Now we need to find out what the number is that goes right here in the next space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now start over, but put 20 in the front. 21, 22. We say the date like this. It's April 22nd. Can you give that a try? April 22nd. Good job. Now, if you go all the way up to the top, you'll see that today starts with a T and an H. TH together make this sound, the. So what day of the week starts with the? Thursday. Let's sing our days of the week song. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Well, today is Thursday, and I'm going to add one more straw for today into the pocket chart. So now we don't have one, we have 2 straws. That means 22 is 2 ones and 2 sets of 10. Let's turn around and see if we can feed Fred because I forgot, and then also check our weather. Good morning, Fred. Here you are. Now let's see if we can check the weather. Look outside and see what the weather's like for you on Earth Day. Just grabbing my microphone. Here we go. Are you ready to sing? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? It is, it is, it is out today. It is, it is, it is out today. Well, we're going to do just a few activities during calendar time today, if you don't mind. We won't have a letter of the day video today because we're just going to be doing some Earth Day things. So let's start with a cool activity that you can do for art today. An idea for your art today might be to make a reusable bag that you can use when you go to the library to put your books in, or maybe even to the grocery store. So I just traced around a circle, and the earth is mostly blue because 71% of the earth is covered in water. So I'm just using a lot of blue paint and a little bit of green paint to represent the land. You can put anything you'd like to on your reusable canvas bag, but this is mine. Now let's just do some science together. For science today, we're going to be making homemade paper. So the way that paper is made is a tree is cut down, it's chopped into little pieces, it's ground up, it's mixed with some other things, stirred and cooked, heated, and finally spread out. It's kind of turns into this ooey gooey pulp and it's spread out into thin sheets and it's allowed to dry. And that's kind of how the big simple way to talk about how paper is made. Well, we're going to make some paper and we're going to use something that I might have otherwise just thrown away. I have a newspaper that I've already finished with, but instead of tossing it into the trash, I tore it up into little tiny pieces. Next, I'm going to take all these tiny pieces and I'm going to put it into my blender. If you don't have a blender, then you could just pour your tiny pieces of newspaper into a bowl. If you're not using a blender, then you might want to make sure that you tear the pieces of newspaper into really tiny pieces. You can even use a hand mixer too, though, if that helps. All right, next I'm going to put some water into the blender. So here's some water. I'm just going to pour that in. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to put the top on. And I'm going to blend this up. Cover your ears if you think it might be too loud. I'm going to shake this around just a little bit. I see a lot of the newspaper is coming up on the side, so let me give it a good shake. Okay, now let's blend again. I want the newspaper to get mushy. Okay, so the next step is I have a pan prepared. And inside of the pan, I have a little piece of a screen. If you don't have a piece of screen, you could even use a dishcloth. Anything like a dish towel that has like little holes in it, it will help the water to drain out of the paper is going to be fine. So I'm going to take the mush that we made and I'm going to let it pour out onto the screen. Ooh, that is mushy. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is just spread this around. I want a really thin layer on top of the screen. Okay, so now I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to pick it up and the water kind of drips through the screen, so that helps a lot. But I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to move it over and allow it to dry overnight. And then the next day, this one has been drying, but it's not completely dry yet. But the next day you'll be able to pick it up and you'll be able to write or draw pictures on it. You don't have to use newspaper. My newspaper made the paper, homemade paper, look gray. You could use colorful paper. You could use just plain white drawing paper, and that would leave you a more of a piece of paper that looks kind of like traditional paper, white. But you could use any kind of paper. It's a great way to recycle and a great science project for Earth Day. Well, I hope you had fun today with calendar and Earth Day learning. Remember, God made the earth, so thank Him for it today. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.